Well, still no news on whether Gareth Barry's going to be fit enough for the World Cup. He's been having tests on his ankle, has gone back to his club Man City for extra treatment. So let's get a check on how England are looking a week before they fly out with former England boss Graham Taylor. Good evening, Graham.
Good evening, Matt.
Now then, Gareth Barry, vital for England, isn't he?
Well, he is, in my opinion. I mean, the one thing I think that people don't sometimes realise is that he's about the only natural left-footed central midfield player that we've got, and the balance that he gives the team, and you can move things on much quicker through Gareth in that particular role. He plays a kind of holding role, but he gives shape and balance from the central midfield position with that left foot, and I can't think of another natural left-footed central midfield player. We talk about perhaps Rooney and perhaps Gerrard. We don't want them to be injured, of course we don't. But I think we underestimate the importance of Gareth Barry to the England team.
You're right. Rooney and Gerrard are the ones that always sort of make the headlines, but it's a player like Barry that allows Gerrard and Rooney to play the way they do. I mean, there are some of us who'd like to see Gerrard playing sort of off the striker at the World Cup, and Barry would be vital if that's going to work.
Certainly, there's no doubt about that. As I said, I think perhaps at international level has been underrated, but you get certain players in teams, you recognise their importance when they're not there, and how vital they are to the team, and I think we saw some of that in the game against Mexico yesterday.
Would you agree it wasn't a great performance last night by England, but this is the first real test for Capello, because qualifying just seemed to go like a breeze?
Yes, it did, but I mean, it's Fabio's first World Cup, it's his first World Cup tournament. He's a very experienced manager, he's a very successful manager, but it still is the first time that you're coming upon things which he hasn't come upon in his previous career. He'll handle them well, there's no doubt about that in my mind at all, but it is the first time for him as well, and sometimes things are taken out of your hand. I'm not all that perturbed about that performance yesterday. I'm more concerned that we won the game, and I think that if we had played well and lost, we'd have had more criticism, but I think that the bigger picture is the World Cup, so I don't get uptight about a performance that was a bit iffy yesterday.
Now, you're going to be passing on some advice for some up-and-coming coaches at the NEC in Birmingham from the 4th of June. Tell us a bit about that, Graham.
I am. I'm having there's 3 days grassroots football. I act as in an ambassadorial role for a firm called Precision Training, which produces all of the kit for these youngsters. But to go there, it's an absolutely fantastic show. It's 3 days of it. I'd recommend anybody go, because it's grassroots football. It's where everybody starts. Talk about Beckham. Where did he start? He started in grassroots football. It's a fantastic show, Simon, and I really enjoy being part of it. There's not just me, there's a lot of professional footballers go there, former professional footballers as well. There's shows on, there's coaching on. It really is. There's talks on. It really is a great 3 days, and I know that I will thoroughly enjoy it.
And just finally, Graham, one doesn't want to heap too much pressure on the England team before they go, but really they need to be in the last 4. They need to make the semis in South Africa, don't they?
I think so, in terms of everything that we're looking for that improvement, and we're looking to go, and if they get into that semi-final situation, the fact is we'll all be disappointed if they were to lose, having got to the semi-final, but I think, to move us that step on now in terms of what we're capable of doing, I think we would be probably satisfied with a semi-final appearance, but I suspect that if we get there, then we'll be looking to win it.
OK, Graham, thanks for joining us on Radio 2 Grassroots Football at the NEC in Birmingham from the 4th of June.
Matt, thank you. Graham Taylor, what a top bloke he is.
One of the nicest men in football, and that's a pretty difficult title to defend.
So thanks to Graham, thanks to Matt, thank you very much indeed. Travel update in a second.
BBC Radio 2 in